Hi everyone, Tasha here for Scrapbook Blessings Club. Today's video I'm actually going to do a little bit of a product review. It's not sponsored, it's something that I purchased with my own money, but I wanted to share it with all of you because it's something that I haven't seen anyone really use or I haven't really seen anything on it. But they're these markers called Chameleon. They're Chameleon pens, and what they do is they're basically one pen that are supposed to be able to do like all your different type of shading without having to use multiple markers. So I'm going to give you a little review of what I think about them, and I'm going to show you in close-up kind of how they look and how they work so you can kind of get an idea of what they're like, because I honestly never really see anyone use these. So again, they're called Chameleon pens. And I'm going to flip the camera over and give you a quick demo of coloring with them and then let you know what I think. I'll also have all the links in the description below, directing you to the Scrapbook Blessings Club blog where you'll find a whole bunch more information. So again, thank you guys for stopping by, and I hope you enjoy the video. Bye-bye! Hi everyone, welcome back. Okay, so now we're going to go into a little more detail on these pens. They come in this case, since I did get the 5-pack of the skin tones, and here's the colors. It ranges from nude to a deep brown, and I like that it does have a nice range, including a nice pink color, which I like to use on like cheeks, and this again was the skin tone set. So let me just take them out real fast. And they are rather large. If you look at the size of it, you know, they are bigger than a normal marker. And the first tip is more like a brush tip. It's really nice, really smooth. It's a lot thinner and pointier than, say, a Copic sketch marker. But it kind of has a similar feel where it's really light. But again, it is smaller. And then the other end has more of a bullet point tip. And it kind of reminds me of like a Spectrum Noir marker, where it's kind of harder than like the Copic brush tips, but it still writes really nicely. Let me use a darker color so you can see it a little better. So here's the brown. See, it's nice deep brown. Let me try to zoom in. There we go. Okay, so then to use to change the color, it comes apart like so. And then right here in the middle is the little mixing nib. So what you would do is you hold it upright, so vertically. You put it into that little cap, and then you just hold it for a few seconds. And the longer you hold it, the longer it'll stay at the lighter color. So that's just a couple seconds. So let's see how the color changes. And you see how it's already a lighter color, and then it's shading and blending, and it's going to get to the normal color in just a second. And there it is, the dark color. So just by holding it for just those few seconds, we got a whole range of colors. Now see, I like that it does give you a nice blend of colors, and then when you are coloring and not just kind of doing what I did where it was like an example, you can kind of control it a little more, but you do have to practice and figure out the timing. They do have a timing kind of like a help sheet on the website, you know, that gives you kind of a guide, but you still have to play with it for yourself. The longer you keep it on here, it does go to kind of like a clear color and gives you a longer time to do shading. So we'll just try it one more time just to show you. That's all you have to do. And then while you're coloring, see, it just nicely blends. And I do like that because it does give you a really nice blend of color. I did color a digital image of my bestie's image. Not this one, sorry. This one, I was playing around with the colors that I had, and then it does give you a nice range of shading. I don't know how well it'll pick up on camera, but I just kind of wanted to try all the different shades of color, and it does pick up like the pink and the, you know, a little bit of a different tones. I also used a little card, and here's the colors that I received. The lighter ones, it's harder to tell, especially on camera. In person, you can see the nice blended color a little better, but it does go from the light to the dark, and this was holding it about 5 to 6 seconds against that mixing nib, and a brown especially, because it is darker, you can kind of see the color. So that's kind of the range that we got. And I'm just going to show you real quick a digital image on how you would be coloring it. So I'm going to use this color. It's the sand. And that's a pretty skin tone color as is. So let's flip it up. And when you're doing this, always remember that you always hold it straight upright so that the ink doesn't go down into the mixing color, because you want the mixing color, that mixing toner color, to go into the colored nib rather than the other way around. Okay, so it was on there for a while, and it looks, see, it wasn't even on there that long, and it already is really clear. So you really have to practice that timing. So maybe even like just 2 seconds would have been a good timing. But it does, let me just do this real fast. And you see how then the color just shows up, so then you can do some shading real quick. What I would do is, if I was going to do like an image like this, I would do all of the darker points and then kind of go back into it. So we did some of it, then I would go back in here. So like maybe 1, 2, 3, that was probably like 4 seconds or so. Then I would come back, and then it's already a nicer, lighter color. And then I would do it a little longer just to blend it. And they do sell the blending markers as well, kind of like the ones we would get with our other alcohol markers. So that would be something to look into as well if you really like to blend. But these work really nicely, and I was actually really surprised. I haven't been using them very long. They are a new item for me, and I did buy them just with my own money. I just really wanted to try these since I do have trouble with skin tone coloring, getting them just right. But it's not as hard as you would think it would be. You would think it would be a struggle to kind of keep doing this throughout your picture and kind of time it out, but it's really not. And as I was sitting down coloring some of my other images, practicing, it does get easier. You just kind of get into the hang of it as you're coloring. And then you just blend. And that's about it. So it's really simple. And to store these, you would just store them horizontally like your other markers. At least that's the way I store my markers. It kind of keeps the ink even instead of flowing to one end or the other. And then, let me just move that aside. Let me try the pink real fast and show you. The pink one I really like for cheeks. This is just a really nice cheek color. It's kind of dark, so I would use this little blender. So we'll do like 1, 2, 3. That was like 4 seconds. I think it's best just to have like a scratch paper nearby. Just because you're not really too sure of the colors. But that alone is just a really nice color. So I do like that too. So my personal opinion on these is I think they're really neat. And I think that they're good value once you get it down, since you kind of get multiple colors with one marker. They also have the refills on their site. They're, I think, $7.99 a bottle for the refill per color. But it says that you get 8 to 10 full refills per bottle. So if you think about that, that's actually a really good value. They do have a lot of bright colors that I would like to try. I might get another pack, one of the packs of like a more of the vibrant colors, just to give that a try and see how they work. But overall, I'm pretty happy with the skin tone colors. Now, this was kind of quick to do the shading, but I mean, overall, you do have multiple tones with just the one marker. So I think that's pretty neat. I'll leave all the information for these pens, again, they were called Chameleon pens, in the description, as well as a link to the Scrapbook Blessings Club blog for you guys to check out. I thought these were kind of cool. I've never really seen anything done on them before, or if people just don't know about them or haven't tried them, or maybe people just don't like them. I think they're kind of a neat product, and I think they're going to be really useful once I get the timing down and the shading down. But yeah, so I just wanted to share that with all of you. I hope you guys liked this video and found it informative in case any of you were thinking about purchasing these and maybe just didn't know how they really worked. So again, have a great night, you guys, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye!